situations. Shiny floors, slippery feet.
Honestly, I thought it was great.
Yeah?
I thought it was some of the best stuff you've ever written. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for sending it to me.
That's great. I was glad to do it. I was glad.
Confidentially, you may have just saved my job.
Oh, nah, no. I was glad to do it. What did your boss say? What did your boss think?
Bob? Well, Bob liked it.
Okay.
Except the pseudonym. The pseudonym's a problem for us.
It is?
That's our policy. You didn't know that, I take it?
No. When I asked you when you asked me to submit, you didn't mention anything about it.
Yeah, we don't do anonymous either.
So what, he's not gonna print it?
Oh no, he loved it, yeah. He's gung-ho to publish it in the next issue. But the pseudonym.
You told him it was a pseudonym?
He would have found out about it sooner or later, and it's your style of writing. It couldn't be any more apparent that it's your style of writing. But this is cleaner, you know? It's almost like a distillation of your style. Like I said, some of the best stuff you've ever written. Couldn't wait to show it to Bob. Yeah. That's why I wanted to find you before the conference ended and you left to go back.
No, I can't come out on this piece, Alan. I can't, okay? I live in, it's Utah, okay? We've got a new dean at the college and he's very kind and he's very supportive and he's very Mormon.
I know.
That would be the end of the job for me. They fire me in a heartbeat. Okay, you gotta tell them that. It'll take everything away.
Christians are in the same boat. We're all being drugged back into the dark ages. But in all honesty, Bob's got a very small subscription base outside of California, and frankly, we need your piece. This is far and above what we normally get from our other.
Yeah, but he can't run the essay without my pseudonym. It'll kill me.
Let me tell you what.
No, there's no negotiating here, okay? I'm dead serious.
Steven, I showed Bob the other things you wrote on the internet under the pseudonym, and he loved those too. He's so impressed with you. He said you could freelance for the rest of your life with absolutely no problem.
I don't want to freelance, okay? I want to teach.
I know. And let me tell you, Bob was surprised to find out you teach poli-sci in Utah because you write like
You told him where I work?
Not the exact college.
How much did you owe me?
Bob said he'd pitch you with some of his friends around LA. That's how impressed he was with you. This could lead to something big for you, for all of us. He's asking me how many other friends I've hidden away in the closet that can write like you.
Okay, I know this is supposed to be a compliment, but if I lose my job because he prints my real name, I can't afford to live in LA on freelance work. Okay, I like my teaching job.
Look, it's a good essay. It's a great essay. You make a million points in it that are smart. God, are they smart. Every gay man in America should be reading this piece. Do you realize how easily you could become a leading national figure for us?
But then all it takes is one Google search and I'm out of work. Forget it, Alan. I don't know. I'll submit it somewhere else.
Well, Steven. I mean, Jesus! Are you really gonna jerk me around like this? You send me your stuff and I get my boss all excited and now you just decide to take it back?
I'm sorry, okay? But I just can't.
This isn't about your job alone. We're talking about my job too here.
And tell Bob that I got cold feet. Tell him that it
Why
wasn't.
did you even bother? If this is obviously not about publish or perish, if you want it to be just a teacher, why did you write this piece in the first place? Or anything else for that matter?
Because you asked me to! I believe in what I wrote. I thought it was a good essay.
So do I. Don't get me wrong. But don't you feel like everyone else should know who wrote it?
It doesn't matter that people know that I wrote it. What matters is the thought.
I think what matters, Steven, is that you're willing to let those Mormon jerks terrorize you into a corner.
Alan, Dean Burton is not a jerk, okay? He's been very kind And he even got me a fucking per diem for my meals here at the conference this year.
It's because he thought you were straight, buddy. You got a heterosexual per diem, not a gay one.
They don't make gay per diems.
Not in Utah, they don't.
And they don't make heterosexual ones.
Just don't even kid yourself. Don't even kid yourself.
Burton is a good man, and he supports everything that
Who
I do.
thinks you're straight?
And he supports me! Do you know how hard it was for me to get to this conference last year? Do you have any idea how hard I had to fight to get administrative leave from my classes? Burton came on in the fall and practically handed me the travel docs, handed me the per diem.
Because he thought you were straight. And if I'm not mistaken, this is one of the points you make in your essay. But in real life, you let him push you in the closet rather than just fling the door open and say,
Okay. Maybe you're right. And if I worked at UCLA or UNLV or U of A, I could get a gay per diem. But I work in the heart of Mormon territory.
Good old hetero happy valley.
And guess what? I work with people that I like. This is a good job for me. But the minute Burton finds out that I'm gay, I'll get the axe. I got a mortgage.
Oh, thank God, the man is so supportive.
Okay, you know what? This is your cause. It's not mine. I don't wrap myself in the rainbow and do the parade. You know that. You've always known that.
No, you'd rather pretend to be something you're not so you get a fucking per diem. Think about it, Stephen. It's like prostituting yourself for dinner. Wouldn't you rather set an example? I'm sure there's some little gay Mormon boy in your school needing a role model. Am I right?
Not everyone is you, Alan. Some gay men prefer to be a little more discreet.
Give me a break.
My students and my coworkers don't have to know everything about me. And guess what? Having a private life works out just fine for me.
You're not acting very private when you write essays like the one you just sent me. Don't you think it's finally time you had the courage of your convictions?
Goodbye. We'll see you next year.
Come on, Stephen. Stop running away from this. If you asked anybody in the conference what they thought about a smart, gay political science teacher who in this day and age, under this presidential administration, chooses of his own free will to stay hidden in the closet, most of them would say there's no such thing. But there is, because someone at a Mormon college is promising you a free lunch.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have asked me to write something in the first place. Maybe you should have begged an essay from one of your other ex-boyfriends. Some other over-the-top drag queen who needs to be the center of attention at your fabulous LA gay soirees. I'll just take my essay and submit it to a magazine that doesn't have your self-righteous mission to out every gay man in America.
Well, you can't.
I'll submit it wherever I want.
We're running the essay. It's going to print on Monday. That's why I wanted to find you before the conference ended.
You can't. I didn't sign anything. I'll sue you so fast your goddamn head'll spin off.
We're not running it as a feature. It's in our op-ed section.
What?
All submissions to the op-ed department immediately become property of the magazine.
You son of a bitch. I sent it to her as a feature.
I'm not the features editor. You know that.
Well, you're supposed to be my friend.
And I got Bob to cut you a check for the essay. We don't normally pay for op-ed.
Alan, please. I'm begging you. Tell Bob it was all a big mistake. Tell him that it's not an op-ed.
It's too good of an essay for us not to run it. This is going to make a difference. I personally know men who've been waiting for an essay like this. Stephen, you're not the only one with a mortgage.
But you asked me to send you. You told me you're. Why are you doing this to me?
Jesus, buddy. In the big picture, this has very little to do with me.